Hey guys, Saintvicious. I'm going to be doing my patch 4.9 rundown, and we'll start with Karthus. He just has basically visual updates, so no more of the Skittles raining down on everybody. And then also the wall of pain is like easier to see when it hits you too. Really, not really any like gameplay changes to Karthus, just visual changes to him. Then they nerfed Braum, which I think is like definitely needed. He is so ridiculous in lane, and like his stun is ridiculous too. So base attack damage lowered by 3. Who cares about that? That's not that big a deal. Concussive blows no longer stuns individuals when they have spell shields up. I didn't even know it did that. And the fact that it does do that is so stupid. Winter's Bite, they lowered the damage on it by 20 at all levels. Which I think is definitely needed, like... Oh, actually, wait, yeah, 20 at all levels, yeah. Because Q is just like, it's really good poke and it's really good trading, has low cooldown. Just overall really good ability. And of course it sets you up for concussive blows, so... It's good that they nerfed the damage on that. The stand beside me, the W, they lowered the armor and magic resist. I think they just like tweaked it last. I think they tweaked it last patch, but I think they're gonna tweak it a little bit more this one. This kind of looking at the numbers, like 25 and then 16% of bonus armor and magic resist. That seems a little bit more in line than 30 armor and MR and then 20%. So I mean, that's not like a huge nerf, but it's definitely gonna put it a little bit more in line. Because right now, like, you're playing with like a Draven or something ridiculous, and you W on them with Braum, and like nobody can fight you. It's so ridiculous. It turns them invincible. Then E, Unbreakable. We cleaned up a few cases where certain effects could bypass Unbreakable's active barrier. I wasn't too familiar with that. Like, Braum's banned in every single one of my games, so I only get to see him every now and then. So I'm not familiar with all of his bugs. Kassadin, Netherblade. So, for some reason, they have lowered the damage on that because they think Kassadin's broken. Well, yeah, I guess it does hit pretty hard. But I mean, it's not even that high of a damage ability. It's like 180 with a 0.7 AP ratio. Yeah, and they lower it to 140 with a 0.6. I don't think Kassadin's going to do enough damage anymore to be a relevant champion. But I always say that, and then he always ends up coming back, so... We'll see. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Kassadin right now. He feels like a solo queue champion. Here's the big changes to this patch. They have Kazakhs. So, Kazakhs is like... I don't know what the hell they're doing with Kazakhs. They just nerfed the living shit out of him in like every single area. The Q, they lowered the base damage on it, and they lowered the bonus attack damage ratio, and they lowered the isolation bonus damage. Why? Like, why would you do all that to that ability? They just, like, shit on it from all angles. And then they have the evolved one that, in Giant, this one right here, removed, execute. No longer deals bonus damage based on targets missing health. Not only does that make you a slower jungler, but it makes you a terrible top laner or mid laner, too, because you're going to be missing a massive chunk of your Q damage. And then this is what they replaced it. New isolation. If target is isolated, deal an additional 180 plus 1.4 bonus damage. Oh boy, so if I had 300 AD... That's gonna be 480 bonus damage. Whoopee! I don't know, man. Wait. In other words, 10 times champion level plus 1.4 bonus stack damage. Yeah, pretty much. I guess that's the way to look at it. It's like not that much damage though, because that's bonus attack damage. Oh, so it's actually gonna be 280 or somewhere around there. Yeah, that's like not nowhere near as good. I don't think. No longer deals bonus damage based on targets missing health. I think like having the execute would have been a lot better for me. And the fact that it's like so hard to isolate targets now that they made the range 500 is another big thing. And also on top of that, you can't isolate targets under the tower anymore too. It's just like all those things combined together. Like on paper, this looks like a pretty cool ability, but it's like wait, they nerfed everything about isolation, so it might not be that good at all. Void Spike now deals 20% bonus damage to monsters. I think they did that randomly. A, to make Kazakhs maybe a wave clear if you decide to evolve his W, and then B, also because they nerfed Q and they nerfed the execute damage. Kazakhs is going to need some help jungling, and this is just going to help out with that. Evolve Spike Racks, Monster Jam now deals 20% bonus damage to monsters. If target hit is a champion, grant side the location of Kazakhs for 2 seconds. And slows for 50% for 2 seconds. Okay, well, who cares? Like, none of that means anything to me. All this ability is useless. All this stuff, I was like, wow, 20% additional damage to monsters. That's great. It slows for 20% more? Nah, I'm never gonna get that. But actually, you probably would get that just because they nerfed R so hard. So they removed the damage reduction completely, all 60% of it. Which is kind of like weird to me. I mean, I never thought it was a good mechanic to begin with to be in the game, but I don't know. Kali gets like tank stats when she's stealth. Like it makes sense. You're stealth, like you're hard to hit, like you got a little bit of evasiveness. Like you have, I don't know. I would say you should give the person a chance to dodge attacks, but I don't like that either because then that just adds RNG to the game. I don't know. It just seems kind of weird that they just completely removed the damage reduction off the ability, making it almost no point to evolve R anymore. And I remember reading in some type of upcoming patch thing, they were saying how they want all the abilities to be useful, to be evolved, and I guess R is just not going to be useful at all ever. Here's a pretty big change. Pantheon. Pantheon now pops projectiles that are in flight toward him as he leaps off the screen. I've seen that bug happen before, where like somebody will throw a range stun and then it won't stun you until you hit the 4, which is kind of weird. And then Pantheon is now untargetable from the moment he leaves the ground to the moment he lands. This is really big because after they did the wind-up change on last Pantheon Ultimate, where you can't just jump straight out of it, it's really easy to get hit by like Morgana binds and stuff like that, or Zyra roots right when you land, and then you just get raped. So I think this is going to be a pretty big change to Pantheon to make him a lot better to be playing. Rengar, next attack after leap now correctly starts when Rengar lands rather than when he's in midair. That's good because it gives you more time to react to Rengar. Like right now it's just like, damn, Rengar's got some stacks. He's kind of, oh my god, he just one-shot me midair before I could do anything. It's so brutal. So it's good that they changed that.
User left your channel.
And then they have bonus damage from Savagery. Empowered Savagery can no longer critical strike. That's to like tone down the Ghost Blade build on Rengar. And then attack damage portions still can. Okay, that's fine. That's just gonna lower his damage overall. Flame Spitter, stick to bug where Flame Spitter is dealing less damage when Rumble is trying to set people on fire for extended period of science. I don't even know about that. I think that was only on purple side or something. If you pick Rumble on purple side, there's some weird bug like that. Soraka. If Starkle hits an enemy champion, Astral Blessings cooldown is reduced. Basically, they reverted the buff that they did to the cooldown last patch. But I don't think Soraka's even that good to begin with, so I don't know why they're nerfing her that hard. Fix the bug where the initial cast repel could not be used for wards. Okay. I mean, that's nice that you can jump the wards now, I guess. Actually, that's pretty big, because you can put a ward down and you can make like Lee Sin style escapes. That's pretty good. I like that. Fix the bug where Volibear's target would not be thrown proper distance that the throws in position was inside the wall. Alright, whatever. This is the biggest change of the patch, to be honest. Like, this is actually a massive change, because this changes the way that jungling is going to be done. Jungle monsters no longer give additional experience based on their level to remain consistent with lane menu experience. This is huge because how you would jungle now is you would go out on the map and you get a whole bunch of ganks and like put your presence out there, and then you'd be low level but you'd have put in work on the map, and then you would just go and you catch back up on level, like you'd rubber band right back and you'd be equal level with the other jungler. Just because the jungle camp's giving so much more experience. So I think this is gonna like hurt gank heavy people a little bit, and it's just people are gonna have to understand how to balance their time with farming a little bit more. Twisted Tree Line, I don't play that. Friends list, team rewards, wards skin selection, that's just skin stuff, skin update, upcoming skins. Well, that's it for the patch. That was a pretty short one, but rest in peace Kazakhs, and rest in peace super heavy ganking without farming till later. That's pretty much what this patch sounds like. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Oh yeah, and the rise of Pantheon again. Thanks for watching, guys. Glad you enjoy it. I'll see you next time.